I love you, me.
Bethesda, their deal is finally finalized with Microsoft. So now they are a part of the Xbox family officially. We pretty much, we already thought that they were, as long ago as it was announced and whatnot. But I guess like this is like the official point. They went and put out a little trailer, stating, that we're together and all that stuff. So so one of the biggest news from Bethesda joining Microsoft is that they actually will have some Xbox exclusives.
Xbox PC exclusive, yep.
Right. So I mean, before when they had, announced the merger, that Bethesda was joining, or what is it, ZeniMax?
Yep.
Was joining with Xbox. That didn't really give like any kind of inkling that there would be exclusives. We assumed that there should be some, at least sometimes exclusives, but we didn't think that they would full out just like, nah, we're not going to do anything for the PS5 or PS4 or whatever. Yeah. So I mean, how do you feel about that and all the information?
I'm definitely not surprised because how much did they spend? Like billions? Like
it was
20
like 6 point something billion or something like that. It was high.
It was in the billions. So if you're spending billions on something, I expect you to claim it for your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this was not a surprise, I don't think, to anybody. It was we were disappointed by it, but we weren't surprised. This was gonna come, at some time.
Right.
So with that being said, like I told you before, I plan to build a new PC this year. So this just, I guess solidifies that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because these new RTX cards are like, the performance is so amazing. You know what I mean? I think the 3070 is like over 20 teraflops. So it's like double the PS5 essentially.
Okay.
So I'm definitely going to build one of those. Getting the card is going to be like trying to get a PS5. They're out of stock everywhere. It's going to be a freaking nightmare.
Yeah.
But I definitely need to get, a PC so I can play these darn exclusives. What they are going to be, we don't know. If I were to bet, all the I think new IPs will be exclusives.
Yeah, you're talking about from now on. Yes. Anything new will be exclusive.
Any new IPs will be exclusive. But I have a feeling that, let's say there's a new Fallout or a new Elder Scrolls, I think those will be cross-plat. You know what I mean? That's my bet. My guess. Just because I don't know, they just make so much money. They've been releasing Skyrim for how many years now? 10 years? I don't know. It feels like forever.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling like, they may re-release or do remasters of these older games, and they're just going to keep milking it. But I have a feeling new games are going to be exclusive on the PC and the Xbox. So what do you think?
Do you happen to think that that now with all of this money that they're getting or that they'll have access to with Xbox, that they will try a whole new engine or maybe revamp their engine? Because I feel like their engine, the engine that they've been using for years and years and years, has flaws in it, right? They always have like the same types of glitches and different things like that. So, do you think they'll ever go to like an Unreal Engine or something like that?
I don't think so.
You don't think they'll ever change?
I think they'll just keep refining their engine. I kind of like the glitches for me personally, so I'm a little biased here.
You like the glitches?
Yeah, because that's something that I wasn't super familiar. Because I never really got down with a lot of the games back in the day. I'm kind of newer to all Fallout, Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
So like in Fallout 76 this week, I was discovering some glitches, and it's kind of fun.
Yeah, but is it like the types of glitches that will get you banned and shit? Like, where you getting like mad weapons and armor?
Just
and
like
things?
mad ammo. And like leveling up, like, glitching to get enemies to keep respawning and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, those glitches are okay, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they happen. They'll be found. But like for instance, I don't know if you heard, but the Nintendo Switch, Breath of the Wild, there's actually a glitch where you can go first person with Zelda.
Really?
Did you hear about that? Yeah, there's like a button combination that you can press. That I guess somebody pressed by accident or whatever, but if you press it, it glitches to look down but like you stay in that position, and so you're able to slightly see like your arms and stuff like
Dang,
that,
that's
and
dope.
so you see it, and it doesn't look like the pictures that I saw. It didn't look like it was that great, but the fact that you could run around in
That's
in
kind of cool.
Zelda and freaking do that. I
That's
think it was
pretty.
Breath of the Wild. I believe it was Breath of
That's
the Wild. It
pretty
might have
nice.
been one of the other ones,
Yeah.
but yeah, or it might have been like Skyward or something like that. But
Oh,
it
okay.
was one of those Zeldas that you could do it. But check, Google it, whatever. If I find like the video, whatever, I'll put it like right here, so you can see. But yeah. So I mean, the issues for glitches that I had in like the Fallout, Bethesda games or whatever, were more so like the screen tears and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes where
I
like
see.
you'd look a certain pathway, and it would just be literally like a crater would be like in your whole image, and then it would just be like brightness shining in your face,
Gotcha.
and you literally could not see that way, and it would happen like that, like quite a bit. You know what I mean? There's always like quite a few glitches that you come
Gotcha.
across in Bethesda
I see.
games.
I see.
So
So you're
I don't have
not
a problem
necessarily
with,
talking about exploits in the game. You're talking
Right.
about like technical, like these technical glitches that affect your gameplay. I see.
yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's definitely a problem. I haven't experienced too many of those yet.
Okay. They
But-
might have done a lot of updates or whatever to try to kill
Yeah.
those.
I'm trying to remember. Did I see any of those in Elder Scrolls Online? I feel like there was more like technical glitches in Elder Scrolls Online when I played that game. I do vaguely remember like seeing through terrain, or I do remember some weird things in that game that was pretty annoying.
Mhm.
But going back to their engine, yeah, I mean, I have no problem with it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll definitely see what happens. If it means better gameplay, then cool, bring it on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I mean, you were telling me earlier that they basically have already started to initiate some of that exclusivity
Yeah.
by like increasing the FPS.
Yeah,
of
so
some of
they're
the older
calling
games.
they're making it, which is so stupid. They're making it a toggleable option called FPS boost. Now,
Why would you make it toggle?
why you just wouldn't put it on
Yeah.
is beyond me. But for the Xbox Series X and S,
Mhm.
for 6 or 7 older games, Fallout 4, Fallout 76, Skyrim, you guys can go look at the rest of the list online because I'm drawing a blank. But it's older games that they already released.
Right.
They're adding this FPS boost for next gen. So
Okay.
instead of getting 30 FPS target, now it's getting 60 as target.
Okay.
So it blows my mind why this just wouldn't be a given, because
Yeah.
it's not it's not really a PS5. I mean Xbox Series X port. It's just FPS boost. So this is coming supposedly exclusively to the Xbox like next week or in the near future. But yeah,
So maybe that's it then. So it's just to the games that are available on Xbox.
correct.
So meaning that you could still play the FPS boost on your Xbox One.
No, well, it's for these games. It's like a setting you go and boop, turn it on for that game.
Right, but I'm saying, can you do that while you're playing on an Xbox One? Or
No, it's
does it
only
have
for
to
the
be on a
Series
One
X.
X and
It has to be
S?
X or S, Series X.
Series X or S?
Yeah.
Okay.
So only the next gen, you could turn it on. But for PS5, they didn't say nothing about turning it on. It still plays at 30 FPS.
Yeah.
It's still like the PS4 Pro version, essentially. So it's just weird that they're using their exclusive rights to, like, hey guys, come play and double the FPS on ours. There's no reason why it couldn't come to the PS5. You know what I mean? But
I think maybe that's just like it's just like to show like, hey, there are people that still play our games or whatever. Like
Yeah.
watch as all the Game Pass, selections get doubled up, because everybody's downloading it just to check out the frames per second or something like that. Yeah. I don't know. You'll have to let me know. And I'll probably we'll probably have to schedule a time where we can get on and play like 76 and just check out the 60 frames per second
sure, for
toggle,
sure.
because I'd be interested to see
How it
how it's
feels.
looking and whatnot. It's been a while since I played it anyways, so I haven't played much of the Wastelanders DLC that was added, and they've added like quite a few other DLCs on there. So it's probably good if I just hop in there and check it out.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty awesome.
yeah, but I'm excited for the new IPs that they may come out with, if those are the only ones that are exclusive.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can't see them having
Yeah.
any of the old ones be exclusive because they're already on
Yeah.
there. So hopefully they don't make upgrading it exclusive, because I would
Yeah.
kind of hate that. But I mean, at that point, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know
Yeah.
how many people are still like really playing it.
Yeah.
And if they are still playing it, they probably don't really care about the boosts that would be
Yeah.
given. But
Yeah. So yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be like. Do you remember when Call of Duty would come out to all the platforms, and then there'd be like a level that was exclusive to the PlayStation for a set duration?
right.
I have a feeling that this is essentially that.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting these new features first, and then they're gonna advertise the heck out of them. Because why not? You paid in the billions for
Right.
Bethesda, and then it'll come, to the PlayStation when it comes to the PlayStation. 6 months, a year later.
Yeah.
But to me, they're just trying to get more selling points for the Xbox.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't have the exclusives in games, but they're making exclusives now. They're making exclusive settings. They're making these things. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Can't argue with them doing it, but it just, I guess, kind of sucks because right now I'm playing the PS5 the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is what it is. I can't be mad at them for doing it.
Yeah, I mean, at least you got, your PC. I've got my
Yeah.
Xbox. So,
Yeah.
Ray's got his Xbox and a PC.
Yeah.
So, I mean, either way, we'll
Yeah.
still be able to
Yeah.
enjoy these games. I
Yeah,
mean,
and I got my Xbox One X, so I'm still playing with that.
oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
So I'm never, I've been collecting all the consoles lately. So yeah, I mean the Xbox One X still plays fine. But dude, one thing that pisses me off, like I told you before, the Xbox One X plays in QHD, plays in all the resolutions, but my freaking PS5 only plays in 1080, 720, or 4K.
Right.
That just blows my mind, dude. Like my Xbox One X plays in QHD, any resolution I want.
Mm-hmm.
Last gen.
Yeah.
But freaking this next gen doesn't, dude. I hate that.
So what about, does the Series X play in like 1440 and all that stuff
Plays
too?
in everything.
Yeah. Okay.
But the freaking PS5, they said if there's demand for QHD,
Then they'll do
dude,
it.
because I have a gaming monitor and then my 3K, my portable screen
Right.
are all like most of the gaming monitors are 1440, 140 hertz.
Yeah.
So like that's because I mean the screen's so small. Like, do you want a 4K like 24-inch screen? I mean your eyes probably couldn't really tell at that point, because it's so freaking small. So
Yeah.
4K gaming monitors aren't that common. You know what I mean? So if it never comes out, I may get one. Maybe like a 28-inch, 27-inch, a little bigger one.
Yeah.
But I do like around the 23, 24-inch size. But yeah, my Xbox does it just fine. And I just assumed that was going to be a thing, but the PS5 doesn't do that. So blows my mind.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's the possibility that they can do it. It's just a matter of like, I guess when, because all it is a software upgrade or whatever.
Exactly.
So, just a little
I love you, me.